Well, they're going to be coming in as one of the top 2 seeds, depending on the maps that they play in will probably be a bit of that. We can take a look at those, the series layout we have ready for you here. Favelas to start things off. I don't think that's a map I'm going to love to see, because now I think with some of the changes, with Trench coming up a little bit more, we always saw him on defense, Roman. I think we'll probably see him for sure with the HRM up.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a good matchup between these two squads. Like Breach, King of the Hill for the middle one. That is one that these squads most likely have not played for a while. Typically, when you're practicing things like that, you'll throw it on to Favelas, you'll throw it on to Windward. We don't get to see a lot of Breach, King of the Hill lately, so I'm excited to see how these teams are going to be playing that one. Favelas Demolition, we've seen that a million times before. This overall map pool, though, I don't know if it's the new pitchers that are throwing me off, what it is, but something about it, man. I feel like we're going to be having a very interesting grand finals just because of the maps. I feel like this squad in Just Us, they know what they want to do on Favelas, but this team in Cool, Pixie, they have watched them multiple times play this map. They know exactly how to counter it, and we saw Cool hitting some insane snipes on this Favelas map last time. You cannot peek him on that tree. He was playing runway and doing amazing things with it. So it's going to be Cool versus Frag Out on the runway. And I got to say, I'm excited for that matchup because we're going to be able to get to see that on Favelas and Windward if we go to that one potentially as well. That's going to be fun.
And now I'm nervously watching to see if runway just gets banned.
Yeah,
I was excited. I'm excited. I don't want it to happen. Maybe they both play Phantom. We did see some Phantom, though not necessarily
Pixie,
from Frag Out. Yeah, because he picks on it. We could see it come out from Gronky as well if they decide to go that direction. And if they can't go that road, and they might go that way. Favelas, I don't know if it necessarily lends itself to it. It would definitely lend itself to a runway, though.
Yeah, big time. And really, the bans are going to dictate exactly how these teams are going to play this one out. Man, is Glitch going to get banned here? That's the big question, because Glitch he can be so good on this map now. He can just walk down into the river and hack everything inside that B site while you push in there with a Chalk, with a Kestrel, a Dally. Who knows, man? So I don't know. There's going to be a lot of craziness coming out. That's why I said I'm very interested to see how they're going to be playing, because I feel like the meta on all 3 of these maps changed completely in the last update. That's why when I originally saw these maps, I was like, because I don't really know how they're going to be playing Favelas. I don't know what they're going to be focusing on banning. They've went from banning Fixer to banning Lancer, and now Fixer's not even being picked or banned. So it's just a big question mark, honestly, with what they're going to want to play. Are they going to want to play the runway meta? Are they going to want to play the glitch meta to counter that? Are they going to want to play the Ronin Dahlia meta? Are they going to want to play the trench heavy meta? Are they going to bring it back to the Vi meta? You have no idea what they're going to want to do because there's so many rogues. That's why I'm excited. With the amount of rogues that there are in this current update, I'm starting to realize predicting these compositions for a lot of these maps is going to be so much harder. And I got to say, that is so much more enjoyable for my job. But as I look over here, I see a banned runway. Unfortunate.
We were hyping it up and everything, but it has to happen. It makes sense. She's pretty strong right now. I totally get it. And the Ronin, I mean, that's out of the Gorillas. Maybe that's a bit of a target over there onto them after what they just saw earlier. But I think we are gonna see that glitch now that you're mentioning it. I mean, just being able to be down in that river, as you said, deleting everything on that site. Suddenly attacking that B site on high ground becomes a lot easier. You're not walking into a bunch of APSs stacked. I mean, I remember how it used to be with like 5 APSs stacked up in the back of that site. You're not walking into that anymore. You can get rid of at least a few of them. Anvil Shield's not necessarily as effective because of that. He can do a lot.
I didn't even think about that, though. We might be seeing an offensive Anvil. We haven't seen that in a long time out of Justus, but offensive Anvil used to be very popular. So let's go ahead and load in and see what they're going to be pulling out, because there is a lot of rogues to choose from. And this is a top team in the game right here currently, as they just got 3rd place in the 10K 7 days ago. So, hey, we look at the number 1 team playing the number 2 team in the last one. Now we get to see man, I guess the back right on number 1 team. We'll just say 1.5. They can split it for now, because it is definitely a toss-up, man. We've seen it go back and forth so many times. So props to both teams, honestly. But this is definitely the third best team, at least currently. And so we'll be able to see if they're going to maybe shock the world and take down this squad. Because guess what? If they take down Justus right here, like, this is going to mean a lot. This is going to be a big statement because that means that we've been focusing on the wrong two teams this entire tournament.
Yeah, we've been on the wrong side of the bracket from start to finish, if that's the case. And I'd like to see him prove us wrong. I mean, I like watching the members of Gaming Gorillas play. I also like saying their name. It's fun. We just like alliteration here on the caster desk. Gaming Gorillas. Seeker coming back out, after Seeker came out, everyone was playing him. But in particular on this map, I felt like he had a solid impact being able to, clear out Small pretty easily with spotting out who was there, getting a lot of intel for the team. Just getting a ton of information that some of the other intel gathering rogues could not get. The lineups on Favelas in particular were fantastic.
I am so confused as to why he picked Seeker. I'm going to be completely honest. I hope to be proven wrong. I feel like there's a ton of other rogues that you could have chosen, especially on offense. Why would you not pick a Dallas for the Molly? Now you have no Molly on your team. Like, if the other team would have went Anvil, they would have just lost outright. They would have lost because of the draft. They're lucky that they didn't go against an Anvil. But either way, I feel like they're going to be forced to go to A. I don't think they can go to B. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that Justus can go to B. I think they have to go A. I don't think B is going to work at all. But, hey, last time that I saw a comp that they picked and I said it wasn't going to work at all, they ended up winning 7-0 on that side. So I hope to be proven wrong right here. But I have no idea. Ink is on his comfort rogue. Gronky's on his comfort rogue. Maybe it's a comfort pick thing. I'm not sure. But, hey, we get to see it right here, man. Oh, and already Fank is going to be flanking. Already.
Oh, my God. I didn't even notice lightning speed from Fank. And he's going to walk right into him. Absolutely no way to see that coming. Got the halos out, but was so surprised. Just literally threw them in the sewer. No worse place they could have gone. Fank with a clean early pick onto Gronky. That's a huge advantage for them to play off of, because he's behind too. They could just play with that threat being there. They don't know. They have no idea where he is.
Yeah, no idea, but he has an idea where he is. He's going to be volleying him off, trying to get the cheeky kill. Nice plays, man. Fank is doing a great job right now on defense, and Cool going to be taking out Delina as he's trying to push into Small. That's not going to work. Cool's been holding down Small Garage ever since January. He loves playing there. He's going to get taken out, though, as it is all down to the old man frag, and he's going to get taken out as well. That is going to be a 1-0 for the Gaming Gorillas in a solid round, and that is part of the reason why I said I think they're going to have to go A.
Yeah, at least to stop Fank from flanking, right? They don't want to.
Exactly.
They don't want to get hit from the side by him. At least you could do that.
You didn't pick Dallas. That's the thing, you didn't pick Dallas, so you have no idea where the closest person is unless you're just going to rely on the sensor darts. But, like, you're going to have a bounce nade before that. You're going to want to get your gun probably before that. Right now, he might be on a pistol, so he might have a sensor and a bounce nade now. But I'm going to be honest, I do not like the comp out of Justus Roco right now.
Well, we'll see what they pivot. They're already sending 2 people low ground, including Ink, who has the bomb, so it is going to go in that direction. They're going to maybe bait some utility out up top just to make them think they're going that way, but we're already seeing Rugi leaving and going onto the low ground, and he's forsaken a primary. Wanted more gadgets, more utility. That tracks for Trench. I think that makes a lot of sense. And his positioning, his early rotation could end up being really crucial. Ink is for sure going to go to this site. He is so far to the right. This cannot be a fake. And the rest of Justus are just going to be setting up for this push off the back of Gronky, hoping to catch someone on a rotation.
Yeah, and anytime that I play the A-bomb site, whether I'm Vi, whether I'm Trench, whether I'm Kestrel, whether I'm whoever, whether I'm Lancer, I love sitting behind that rainbow barrier that Rugi was just sitting behind. It's just such a good spot. You aren't going to be letting them plant against that wall. You're forcing them to plant behind the box, and even if they do plant behind the box, you can just roll up to the close corner on the left side, and I believe that they're going to be setting up for an A long push with this Seeker bow. And right now, Gronky and Cool staring at each other, old teammates, just holding each other down right now. They know how each other play. Gronky knows that Cool is going to be playing that solo situation on that side, and now Cool, it looks like he's going to be rotating over. That might be the time for Gronky to make his play. Ink is going to be long with the bomb. He might need to hop up and just try to plant this one, as they do start to have site control. And yes, he's going to try to plant it. Barely out of reach of the Molly. Are they going to be able to get him up, though, as the Seeker and the Chalk are both here? And we know that Justus goes for these reses amazingly. Ink with a pistol absolutely takes out Fank. And Fang had a weapon. There is zero excuse for Fang to lose that one, and that just turned the whole round on its head as it's all left up to the Dahlia now. And that is just an incredible play by Ink. And now it's all left up to Cool, as Cool is not in a great position.
Yeah, Cool in a 1 versus 3, and yeah, picks falls, they're walking in. He actually managed to down someone with the trip mine, someone else did. That's a little bit of cash, but nothing that they're particularly excited about for sure after that. That could have gone so differently, but just a little bit wide near the end there. Take a look at the scoreboard. Things are dead even, though. I mean, those are 2 rounds that were won fairly close by. Fairly close. We'll see, though. The downs also even across the board. I want to see what they change up, though, on this attack, the way that they decide to move in. If they just go A again. I mean, I know Rome was mentioning that they prefer them to go on that low ground site to take that area, and they might be. You see, Delana and Frag. Never mind. It's everybody. Everyone's pivoting to go towards this low ground, and if they go quick again, they can kind of take advantage of how forward on B the rest of them are playing here. But you can see Rome. I mean, they're walking here. They might walk right into Fank, though. He gets the advantage, but again, not finding the shots right away.
Yeah, and all 3 players right now are huddled up on long. And right now, I'm not exactly sure what they are going to be doing with this situation. It is just a little bit tough for them just because they don't really have a play other than pushing out this long area with that bow. And just like that, Fank, he's going to be taking him out with that KA-30. Ink is going to be getting full killed, and that's their chalk. And now they are in shambles because that chalk is their only way of breaking into either site. Delena is going to be dropping on the other side of the map as well to Rugi and Cool. And now Old Man Frag going to need to make a miracle happen, and that's not going to happen as him and Gronky are going to be taken out. And Gaming Gorillas are putting up a very solid defense right now against this squad. And Justus, they're making them pay for their comp.
Yeah, for sure. They are taking advantage. Like, that kind of comp, I mean, any comp that you're just comfort picks, and you're just like, oh, we know the map. That can work against teams that you're just a lot better than, right? That's just not the case here. They're not so much better than Gaming Gorillas that they can get away with this, and that's what Gaming Gorillas are proving right now. We are a good team. We can punish you when you try to just play in your comfort, when you try to lean into your comfort as much as you are right now. And I think they can keep doing it. They're going to go A once more. They know from what you're saying that this is the way to go, the only place they can really approach it from, and I think Gaming Gorillas are going to start to get privy to it pretty soon.
Yeah, but the thing is that even if they do get that A control, you just get up top B control, and then even if they plant, you just have a big circle around that site, and you're just able to pinch from all angles, at least if you do it correctly. And we've seen this squad is definitely capable of doing that correctly in Gaming Gorillas. So I think that they understand the situation. They know this. They know the pinch that Justus put themselves in, and they're trying to make them pay for it, and they're doing this exact shell that I talked about. They have one player way in the back. They can let them plant. Planting isn't going to be the end of the world because they can just util dump them and get them off of that bomb. They only have a chalk. They don't have a scorch. They can't plant this bomb without getting hit by that incendiary grenade, and they have 2 on the defensive side in the scorch and the Dallas. And I'm going to be honest, I hate this composition from Justus Roco. I have no idea why they chose it, but, you know, hopefully they'll be able to prove me wrong here, as they've been throwing some monkey wrenches in the game plan on offense to win rounds that we saw against Right Turtle, and that they might need to have to do the exact same thing in this situation against Gaming Gorillas.
I feel like they're trying to make Gaming Gorillas do a really aggressive play on defense. It's just not happening, though. They're clearly, Delena's waiting for someone to make a long rotation around their flank, but Cool not really going to fall for that just yet. And the time is running out here. They have to spend their utility here. Ink is starting to plant as Gronky pushed up just to stop them from denying the plant, but that's a lot that they've spent. Still, though, they managed to get picks on the other side of it. Gronky winning that duel. Picks is down. I don't think they'll be able to pick him back up, judging by the position, and I think he agrees. He bleeds out. And now it's stuck on Gaming Gorillas to win this 3 versus 4 with the bomb planted. Every single member of Justus is over there by either on the field or in the pit right next to the bomb, so no surprises here. You're going to have to play against a player with a head glitch. Rugi immediately caught out, knocked very low. They try to push at the same time, but they're able to walk right in, and it's only Cool left, and Cool immediately goes down. If Gronky doesn't win that duel, that's a different round, but again, you said it. They just pull it out at the end. They put a wrench in, and that wrench is just Gronky hitting everything.
Yeah, sometimes you just need your top players to show out, and, you know, Gronky, he's been a top player in Demolition for so long. You know, King of the Hill, Might have been like pulling teeth for him, but he was able to figure it out. But right now, he's back to his bread and butter, being the main game mode, and I'm sure he's very happy about that. And he's going to be IGL and big braining every single play. And hey, if he wanted this comp, I'm sure that he has a reason for it. So, you know, we've seen them use this chalk to push out this B site, but they don't have that Scorch. They don't have a lot. They don't have a Dallas. They decided to go for something a little bit different. So, you know, it's 2-2 right now. I'm not going to say it was a bad choice because who knows how this round's going to look by halftime.
And they're changing things up again. They are going up top this time. Gaming Gorillas did not fully buy into the fact that they only have to go on the low ground. They are still playing up top in a relatively standard style. And Fank has made it all the way around. And I don't know if Gronky saw it. He's got to have an idea at this point because of how they're playing here. As Cole manages to find the first pick inside small. It is traded right away by Ink, but Fank on the flank. There it is. There's the timing they wanted. Gronky falls.
Yep.
And it's a tuck and a 2 versus 3 with the last two in small and in a decent spot, but no spot feels decent against an extra player.
Yeah, especially when you're trapped in small. There's only 2 doors and there's 3 players and there's 2 of you. So no matter what, you're going to be at a disadvantage unless you can figure out where the solo player is and then 2v1 that player. That's about their only option, honestly, which would be to push out this player toward Big Garage, who is going to be Fank, but that's a lot easier said than done because Pixie is right there and he's ready to help out both sides.
Yeah, I don't think there's any good way to take this. I think someone has to miss. I really think that's it. They decide to push out. They do get 1 out of it, but again, now they're in a 1 versus 2, and Frag walks right into the waiting crosshairs there. It's been back and forth, and I don't really think from what you're talking about their comp that it should be. But when they get the setup right, when they play their composition correctly, Gaming Gorillas are on top of it.
Yeah, Gaming Gorillas are looking really solid on defense overall. They're playing it right. You know, they're not getting over-aggressive. They're not flanking every time. They're flanking when it makes sense. We saw Fank on the flank yet again doing what he does on the Dallas. You know, if you know every single player can get revealed and the only player with padded steps is Gronky, once you get Gronky confirmed up top, you pretty much have free roam on the flank to just stalk or walk around, hit that snap, and get behind them and be able to put those bullets right in the enemy's back. And he's been able to do that twice already, and it's just been working out amazing for them overall. So Dahlia is linked with the trench, and rightfully so, because there's no Insins on the offense. And this is one of the few times where I've ever seen no Insins on the offensive side when there's options for a Vi, when there's options for a Dallas open. But neither one got chosen. All 4 of these players are up. You can see that enemy util, man. Love how it's glowing red now, man. We love how you get the little outline of that, man. Shout out to Rogue for giving us that update.
Oh, so information we really would like. Oh, cool. With a perfectly cooked nade. That's the bomb down as well. They're pushing off it. It's only Frag left walking in, and the last player gets run over. And the round's still going on because they still got a chalk, but they just walk in. You can't wait that long up top. I think you have to find a way to break through, but it's just so difficult. You can't force anyone out of any angles at all.
Don't screw this up.
Nope. And they have nothing really to do it with. That's the thing. The only thing they have is the flashes. Aside from that, they're going to have to pray for a lucky bounce bow from Frag. That's about all they can hope for, because as you can see, the double nade from Cool, he is known for those grenades, man. He's been so good with those grenades. Him, Rugi, so many players are just known for being amazing with grenades, and he's one of them, and he's able to pull out the MXR. He said the MXR is back. A couple of people love the MXR, like Cool, like Nash. They said, you know what, this bad boy feels amazing now, and Cool, he gets caught out, but he realizes it is able to turn around quick enough. And he might be trying to challenge. Gonna be doing a quick 52 to that player. Ain't gonna be dropping as Pixie getting aggro in the middle on defense. And that's bombed down.
That being bombed down is the worst part, but this is... they just have the read. They had the read. They dropped a bunch of players down. On the bottom, they said, after that push, there is no way they're coming up top. And they were clearly right. They called them out mid-rotation. They're going to have to smoke just to get this bomb. And now they're going to try to push to find, and they're just going to spray in there. Find Delina, of course. Where are you going to go? You're putting yourself literally like shooting monkeys in a barrel. And it's only the Kestrel still standing for them. And I don't know where Gronky is. A fighting Fank and losing up top. That is a strong half from Gaming Gorillas. 5-2 for them.
Yeah, very solid, and I think that their offense is going to look a lot better because all of these players have been playing a lot of 8s recently, unlike the side of Justus. So I think that they know the meta a little bit better with what's open. And yeah, the Dallas is coming out. You already see that. Looks like Cool and Rugi are fighting over who's going to be throwing those nades. It looks like Rugi won that battle. So Rugi will be on the Dahlia. Cool will be with the bounce nades. And there it is. Pixie on the Scorch. I like this comp on offense 80 times more. They're able to plant A in an instant grenade. They don't even have an instant to worry about. Man, they have 2 instants for that anvil shield. This defense is very basic from the side of Justus. This is one of the most basic compositions that you could go. Not even to have the Vi, they have the Kestrel instead for the flanking ability, but no intel for them whatsoever. That is going to come back to bite them against Fank on the flank.
And I do like how they went with the Kestrel just because they know how effective the flanks that Fank was doing were, right? They kind of want to play in the similar style. I think it's not... It's smart to do so because they were getting kind of abused by it. But they're going to know. It's Fank who is doing it, I think, because of who he is. His timing was just phenomenal. It's going to be very hard to deny them for them to actually get around and not get stopped by them watching the flank. They're well aware of the timing they're going to be playing at. We'll see how this first round goes. It's pistols. It's a little bit close range fight. They're not going to worry as much about people holding angles as Fank is going on the far right side, trying, I think, just to probably clear small here, and we'll see if he does. I'm assuming a reveal's about to come in, but he's looking for a crossfire first instead.
Gotcha.
Yeah, going to be revealing Delina in small garage, who's already cooking a grenade. Got to watch out for that, especially when you're able to see the outline. Delina is just so good with those grenades, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's cooking another one, but no, they are going to be pushing him out with this Scorch, and he's able to land some damage in as Fank is going to be pushing into the backside, and he tried to come behind and pinch a player, but that player went already all the way to the back, as Delina right now is directly to his right, and sadly they were not able to get anything other than small control, but his teammate's going to be taken out on the flank, and there it is. Gronky, like you said, they want to play similar, and Gronky going to be flanking, getting that 2-piece. Great plays out of him. The fuse coming through from behind the anvil shield. Great stuff from Justus.
And they're going to get this last kill probably, too. I mean, it's just one player. Delane is walking in. No Thunderdome, 1v4 here. They're going to take that unfair fight immediately. And it's working. I thought they'd be more aware, but the timing was just too good. They were able... By baiting those players into small, I think they pulled eyes away that could have been looking for that flank, and it made Gronky's timing work out exceptionally for them. And they have ways to fight that anvil shield, but if they didn't have anyone ready to throw any utility on it, you're not going to be able to stop it. But now we have likely incens on a couple different players. Even if they don't have their primaries, there's still more chances to deal with it as they look to find their way in. Again, it's Gronky, not even close.
See, the biggest issue with last round, whether Fank realizes it or not, finally Fank is playing at A. I was about to say, Fank needs to play at A with that snap. He needs to bully Gronky with that snap. You cannot let him flank. Last round, Fank went straight up to Big Garage and said, hey, Delina, I'm up here. We have no intel on our flank. So obviously Gronky is going to flank on the Kestrel. So that was a very easy read for him. You cannot let him get those easy reads. The Dallas needs to be the one that is hidden. He needs to not show himself. He needs to snap and try to make a play if he can, or just come back to his team and help. But either way, you got to be bullying them off of that flank. And right now, Fank and Gronky, it looks like they are just in a stalemate. It looks like they most likely know where each other are at, as they are staring at each other right now.
Oh,
but Gronky takes him out.
Yeah, Gronky on the better end of it, even as they try to get in here. They use the Halos, but crossfired everyone on Gaming Gorillas, just collapses. Everyone's down. The Dahlia is the only chance that they have, but it really wasn't. It was more like a snowball's chance in hell there as they get run over by that hole. I mean, the flank fight win just ends that immediately, right? They can't wait. They have to go right away without burning any utility, without wasting any time. They can't even touch the site before they get hit by 3 different pieces of utility.
Yeah, big time. That was just a massive 1v1. And Fank, he clearly knew that he was there, so it looks like he just ego challenged. He said, hey, you know what? I'm going to win this one. Ended up not being victorious, but hey, I like the gusto. I definitely like it. So, you know, we'll see. I actually want to see how Gronky's going to be playing this one against them off the rip, because he is their flanker. He is their Pattis Stepper. And let's go ahead and see if he's going to be going the long way. It looks like he is going to be going the long way this time, which I do like that play, because if you're not trying to get snapped, you just want to be safe. And Ink already going to be down, and Fank. 2 players are below 5 HP, though. My goodness, Ink is going to be getting up.
And they don't even want to approach, really. I mean, it's cool over here. He has the bomb. That to me makes it seem like they want to make a pivot and go low ground after they bait them out here. They didn't lose anybody so far, but Cool is getting pressured, and Gronky is so far behind. They have no information down there because the Dallas, I believe, is again playing up top. Yeah, you can see him over there. He was the one who went down earlier. Even after they got the res, they still know that he doesn't have that information. He's forced to roll into Delena. He goes down. They finish him off. Now Gronky knows he can walk up with absolutely no repercussions, and he is in deep. Now's the time to turn around, maybe, but they don't know where he is. He's coming in behind them, finds one, finishes the next, finds everybody. The flank works fine. You gotta lock him down, but Gronky just can't be stopped.
Yeah, Gronky, a man on a mission right now. And this defensive comp, you know, it's a basic comp. It's one that you know how to play. And, hey, maybe going back to some bread and butter might be exactly what Justus needed. Because they were down 5-2, and they tried something a little bit wonky. But this time, you know, they're going back to something that we've seen a million times before. And it's working extremely well for them. Kill feed is pretty much the same. 5-5 situation. This is going to be a close one.
Oh, 100%. It's going to stay probably this way the whole way unless they just literally cannot stop Gronky for the rest of the time. He is on the flank again. There is, I don't believe, anyone to control him. We can see Fank going down again. The pace he was playing at on defense, he's just trying to recreate it, and it's just not working for them. Is Cool. Takes a bit of damage on the way in. Now trying to fight Gronky. Actually managing to get him this time, but Frag got picked back up. He runs back out with that KA-30. Downs 2. As Cool gets finished off up front. It's a 2 versus 3. Could be 2 versus 4 soon if they manage to get this res, and it looks like they're calling an audible on the side of Gaming Gorillas. They're running away, but they can't leave. The bomb's on site. They have to fight it here from this point, and there's still an uncalled player. They don't know where the 4th one is. They have to be looking everywhere. So many places they could get approached from.
Yeah, and right now the Scorch going to be coming up. The Zip is able to take out 1, but you got to take out 3 more, and that's just not going to happen against a squad like this. And that's a 6-5 advantage now. That's 4 rounds in a row for Justus on this defensive side, and they are looking very, very solid right now.
Yeah, that was... They just figured them out, I think. And I think Fank is trying to make something happen because he feels like he's the player performing the best right now, even though everyone is still fairly close. And he's just throwing himself into sight lines and getting abused that way. We saw him literally just roll in and get mowed down instantly. That happened last round, too. It was the first thing that happened in the last 2 rounds. It's not working. They have to do something else. He has to at least try to slow down Gronky, maybe, and it looks like he will. He's now rotating out here over to this field side. Gonna hold on to this snap. Doesn't have to take the duel necessarily. Just has to at least act as a barrier.
Yeah, just got to do his job, and Ink's done a great job of that so far. And as long as all these players do their job, they're going to be winning this defense soundly, and Gronky not doing his job, he's going to be taken out playing that A site. And this squad is being very aggressive on it, but man, the Dahlia without tenacity, that is rough. 4 rounds in, you don't have tenacity, that's going to be adjusted most likely after this round, and Cool is going to be pushing up close. Oh my Lord Jesus heaven. That is an incredible shot by Cool to take out Ink. Delena is able to return the favor, and now it's going to be all on to Fank in a 1v2 situation. This is definitely winnable, though. Smoke does come out.
He's going to get
be
the bomb.
Stepping around.
Oh,
they got the revive. Oh, bro. The Dahlia was the one that got to the player, so they fast revived him. That is so unfortunate. He was padded stepping around to just kill the Dahlia or the player off the revive, but the smoke was blocking it. He couldn't see that it was a Dahlia, or else he would have moved way faster. Wow, that is just so unfortunate, man. This squad Injustice, we've harped on it so much. They get reses, they get revives. It's what they do. It's what they're the best at, and they're proving it right here.
I mean, 8 revives to 5. It's not a huge difference, but it's clearly making a difference in the rounds as we go a little bit further in. As they're 1 round away from closing out map number 1. I think this is just them being on a comp that, even though it's not, you said it's basic, it's not necessarily deficient at what it's doing. Whereas, you know, first half they were running something that was kind of lacking. This one isn't lacking, and it's a different play. And the pressure's clearly on for Gaming Gorillas because they're nading each other. There goes picks as well. They're going to go for the pickup on Cool, but now they have to play at a deficit with Delena way back managing to stay alive, even as they throw Halo drones at him as well.
Yeah, just extremely unfortunate. Your Scorch goes down, and that's your entry fragger, and now it's going to be extremely hard as you got to hope that your Dahlia can do something, and that's just not going to happen as Gronky yet again is going to be on the flank, and just like that, it's going to be an 8-5 victory for Justus over Gaming Gorillas. This was a great matchup, and a nice rebound for the side of Justus to be down 5-2 and then to win 6 rounds in a row. That was incredible.
Yeah, they just came right back. I mean, defense I think is a slightly favored side, I want to say, but again, they just had a better composition. They played the map very, very well. They timed their flanks perfectly. Fang's flanks were put very well too, but when they had someone in the way, Gronky still got away with it, and that didn't really happen as much on the other side. When Fang got slowed down and when they matched him, he didn't have as much of a pop off as the rest of his team did. This time, Gronky just again felt really hard to contest.
Oh, yeah, big time. And let's go ahead and check out some of those contestings right now in these game replays that we just had, as this was such a good one. We saw the first kill of the game was Fank on the flank, able to take out Gronky. I'm sure that Gronky took it personal after that and said, you know what, I'm going to play for this guy. And he was doing amazing things on the flank. And you see Cool with this DMR, man. He has been doing amazing things with that bad boy today so far. He said he's loved it, man. He said he's loved it. He's been playing 8s with it, all that stuff. You see the frags coming out. Ah, man, just amazing stuff, man. Just amazing stuff all around.
I mean, the MXR is not bad. It's always been pretty good, at least in the time that I've been casting Hero Company. There's been I've seen it in many hands, and it's always pretty much consistently been a solid pickup. Obviously, the Mamba is crazy, but if you're good with the MXR, I see no downside. Delana was picking it up as well and seemed to be feeling it okay as well. We saw some solid plays from him, as we're probably about to see here. Peeking out to finish off. Well, at least help clean up the rest of the team. But we saw him in later fights just doing so much. That was Gronky's massive flank, and that was when I think things really went off the rails for the Gorillas.
Yeah, overall, the Gorillas are going to have to figure out what they can do in this next map, because this next map is going to be Breach King of the Hill. You got to come back, and you got to be better than that. Simple as that, man. It was a close one. You did very, very, very good on the defensive side. I will say that out of Gaming Gorillas, but it's not a one-sided map. You got to be able to be effective on both sides, and sadly, their offense was just not it on Favelas.
Yeah, neither team really able to get an attack here, but some of the gunfights were kind of close during the rounds, and that's what makes me kind of excited to see this Breach, the respawn, the slightly faster paced mode when these teams are going to be, basically blowing up everywhere. And I think Breach has a lot of contested hills. I think there's a lot of very long stalemates on some of them, especially the first one. I feel like that one tends to go on forever. So I expect a bloodbath here in map number 2.
Yeah, big time. Breach is definitely going to be fun to watch for sure. I have no idea what to expect out of these teams ban-wise. Maybe a Scorch, maybe a Vi. Those are pretty typical bans in this current meta. But hey, you know what? If you don't like playing against a certain something, whether it's a Lancer, whether it's a Kestrel, go ahead and get it out of here. It's that simple. Whatever you're comfortable in playing and playing against, you should allow that through. And, right now, if you want to force this windward demolition, which, man, I'm going to say Gaming Gorillas has every chance to win that demolition. They just have to get there. And getting there is going to be an issue because Justus has done Breach so many times. They've looked so clean on Breach as well. They've 2-0'd Right Turtle on it plenty of times. If I do remember correctly, that was one of the maps that Right Turtles did not have their number on. So I'm not exactly sure if Justus is going to be able to repeat that one. It looks like we are going to have Scorch and Lancer. All right, so they are not going to be there. We're not going to be having Lancer, flying around the map doing what she does, and we aren't going to be having Scorch be sitting in those mollies and all that goodness. So we're most likely going to be seeing a Dallas, a Vi.
Yeah. Definitely Vi probably runway for some of those resets, and she's getting by. We're gonna have a lot of spam on the Kestrel. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Maybe
all 4. Why not? Maybe exactly what we just said. Maybe that's just both teams, and no one's gonna be able to get on hill.
I think instead of a runway, we'll probably see a chalk here, or maybe even an anvil to counter a potential chalk play. Because I've seen Frag pull out the anvil before, but I'm not really sure. We talked about there's so many rogues available for options here. It's going to be a good one regardless. There's so many comfort picks that these people are going to be able to choose, and you love to see it, man. It's going to be a great game. I cannot wait for it, man.
Right, here's the molly counter, right? You're going to run trench and run away. You're just going to spam APSs on site. And no one's going to be able to get it in. Even if they have their resets, you outpace it, right? Right. That's the you have to win the fight onto site first. That might be the actual problem there. I doubt we're going to see that, but we are going to see a lot of util being thrown onto these sites from both teams just consistently. But I would love to see that anvil. I would. I think having that just to put in the way to force people to vault over it, to at least maybe not give you lineups that are as good on some of these incens. Even if you hit the shield, you're not going to be able to hit maybe the ideal place that you wanted it to go in the first place.
Yeah, 100%. That anvil could definitely be a major power pick. It could come back to pay off really nicely. But who knows, because you don't really know what rogues are going to be chosen. But yeah, we are going to find out right now because we're loading in. Not going to be stalling any longer. We're here, man. Breach. This could be the final. This could be the final map of the day. As right now, Justus is up 1-0, trying to secure their #1 seed overall in the October $10,000 CMG Rogue Company showdown.
This place, I'm not surprised to potentially see them, but Gaming Gorillas, I think they could still have it in them. Their timings, when they were working on their defense, were fantastic. Now, there's some objective to worry about, but less so than on Demolition. They can just play the straight-out gun game. See how it works for them. Mac already hovered. I don't know if that's going to be stuck with, but we'll see. It is immediately pivoted to a runaway, of course, as we do see exactly what we were saying, and it might actually be mirrored on both sides. A lot of incense, a lot of resets on them. You got the Vi as well. It is exactly what we were saying before for both sides, now that that's been locked in. So yeah, this is going to be a very tough. No one is going to want to stand on the hill no matter what.
Yeah, we called it. It's going to be a lot of mollies, especially with them resetting with that runway briefcase. So expecting a lot of fire and nobody that can walk in it. So it's going to be a lot of people burning, and it's going to be smelling pretty terrible on this map. But hey, at the end of the day, somebody's got to win it. Somebody's got to lose it, man. So I'm excited to see how this one is going to go down. Mirror matchup comp, which means that, hey, even we called it. So, hey, if we're thinking it, these are the best players in the game. They're definitely going to be thinking it. So, we just got to see how this is going to go, man. Who's going to be winning their matchup? Because you just need 3 of your players to win their matchup, and then you should be good to go in the map. So
it's just that easy.
Yeah, just that easy. Win your solo matchup. Anytime there's a mirror matchup, I always tell my team, I say, you do better than your rogue, I'll do better than mine, and we'll call it a day. Simple as that. I'm gonna do better than my rogue. Whether I'm Lancer going against the Lancer, I'll do better than him. And you do better than your rogue, and we'll all be good to go. As long as you're trying to do that, and we'll be okay. And we'll see if that's going to happen right now, because there's a lot of stims on the map as well.
Yeah, a lot of ways to kind of reset and continue a fight that you've already started here. We'll see if that is how it ends up going. KA30 in hands of the Dallas. I think surprising absolutely nobody. As both teams roll out to get this first hill controlled. It will be Justus with the first hit. Oh, okay. That's how things are going to go here, I guess. Immediately torn up to pieces, even if it's answered right away by Frag. Right away by Frag. He is connecting everything he finds right now, but he's forced to peek into 3-fire from Rugi, and this is going to be just as contested as we thought as the Halos knock him down. But the site is still in Justus's hands.
Oh my goodness. Cool and Frag out. I talked about the potential of the runway battle. I didn't even realize that it was going down until it happened before my eyes. My goodness, the quick flick from Cool into the double headshot snipe from Frag. Let's just stay on with the snipers all game. I wouldn't even be mad at it.
Oh, and the mirror match, it's with just a body shot for Cool, forcing him back and just get finished by Rugi. I love this. I love watching the full body get used. Rugi finished off. Actually, Rugi traded, trying to, I think, get a little bit more aggressive as Gaming Gorillas finally get their control of the hill here. But like I said, these are going to be constantly contested, and it looks like the winner of these contests are always, so far, Justus. They're stopping the players holding it. They're getting it. They're getting forward to deny people from retaking position. And how far will Fanky be able to get in? Not very, as Ink catches him on the rollout.
Yeah, right now it's just all around solid play from this squad and Justus. They're up a lot and looking to go up even more as Rugi gets taken out as well. Cool is able to take out Delena there, but just like that, he's going to get traded out yet again. And oh my goodness, Gronky absolutely making a name for himself yet again on this Vi, where he is known for being so lethal. He was known as the player that is going to be that one trick. If you need a Vi, he's going to be Vi. If you need a Kestrel, he's going to be Kestrel. And man, he is right now absolutely terrorizing this squad in Gaming Gorillas.
I got a feel for Cool because I feel like he's been a huge presence on the map so far, but it literally just hasn't mattered. Honestly, he's going in and getting doubles for his team, but it just does not turn around. It does turn around now against him with Ink taking him down as they run into the site. No one able to contest. It's only Fenk even remotely close by, and he's in no position to contest. So Justus, they give away, what, 6, 7 ticks at best before they immediately kick the door down and start racking up points for themselves. If Gorillas can't flip this, we might not even see the 4th hill, and already picks going their way, but Cool once again showing himself as a threat, taking down Frag, who wanted to stop this rotation. He'll get a reset on ammo as they do finally break in. They take down Gronky, but they're forced in a corner where the respawn's from them. They're actually kind of getting surrounded here, and Gaming Gorillas now starting to get on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, they're looking very, very good, and this is really all you need. Just string together a good C hill, and then going into that D hill, if you're able to get those rotations as well, you're going to be sitting pretty, but it looks like Justus aren't going to let that happen whatsoever. They're already going to be setting up for this final hill. They're saying, look, we only need 35 more seconds. We're not going to be letting you get any control of the spawns. He takes out Cool near the spawn, and you see Delina is going to be pushing up. He knows what he's capable of. He trusts his gunny, but he's going to be losing that one, as that is a big, big gunfight. Won by Pixie, man. Great stuff coming out of him. Rugi on the Vi. He's going to need to get in there and do something, because right now, Gronky is doing a lot of things on his Vi, throwing out all of these tear gases, all the poisons that he can, but it's not going to be enough, as just like that, Gaming Gorillas take over the site again.
And this could be the start of them getting things rolling, but it looks like that will likely not be the case. Picks bounce nade, but Ink just pushes right past it. This Dallas snowball getting all this intel, staying so aggressive, and now with Frag watching some long angles on the sniper. Cool is winning this runway ditto here, but it's just not mattering as he finds another one on the way in. But Delena's so aggressive with 2 downs. Trades his life for it, but might as well. There's only 5 ticks left on the hill that they have to run in and stop. Are they even in position to do it? It does not look like it. They get the final poisons in. They get some extra health on their Vi, but that's going to be it for round number 1.
Yeah, what a round right there. My goodness, Justus able to go up 1-0. And that's all cool and all, but my goodness, the sniping that we just saw in that last round, Kresnik, that's worth pay-per-view right there, man. Oh my goodness, look at this flick, turn and burn. Oh my gosh, he didn't even miss. Oh, and then right there, falling out the window, he got him, headshot, gets another one, tried to line this one up, wasn't able to do that, just barely. Oh my goodness, man. These plays that we're seeing out of these snipers right now, absolutely incredible. You'll love to see Cool on that sniper yet again. Love to see King frag out on his sniper, back where he loves to be. And man, right now, they have just got to keep it up and keep that pressure on, because right now, Justus 1 round away from securing that number 1 seed.
They try to keep the pressure on, but it's Gorillas who squeeze back and now get control of the hill once again. Even though they got pushed across, they had people on a crossfire to catch them on the way in. Delena runs right into 2 guns that were waiting, trained. Is Gronky to do the same thing? They're desperate to contest, but it doesn't seem like they're going together, just one by one, kind of just feeding the pockets of the other team, honestly. They might have to just go to the next hill. I know that teams like to hold on for scrap time, but if you're going to not organize your pushes, it's going to look like that, and you're going to lose that lead you've started to build up.
Yeah, and already a nice 30-point lead for the Gaming Gorillas, and this is exactly what you need, honestly. You cannot let this squad get ahead, because when Justus gets ahead, they're just going to feel comfortable, and once they feel comfortable, oof, that's the last thing that you want. And man, right now you can already see they're gonna need to get them off of this hill. Justus already able to control this B site. Oh my goodness, he didn't roll off. The headshot hip fire with the revolver. Absolutely disgusting stuff coming out of Ink. My goodness.
Gross here on this Dallas, and it's one of the, I mean, you can get away with so much on this Dallas, but you can't live through Halo drones. Maybe once you get, I think he has tenacity to pick up there for him, but that does so much damage to the player stuck in the corner, and now it's on Frag to really hold on, but they're already giving away ticks. He has to be the one to get in, and he's not going to do that with an LR-15. He'll just bail. End up actually walking right into Fank, who's waiting for him. Can hit the quick scope. He's forced out to the Incen and doesn't get it. Gronky helps him by getting him the trade as they pick up another one. Will they break into the site? I don't even know if they're going to have the time to do it or if they're just going to have to give it up and go third.
Man, I'm even impressed with the whiffs. They are so close. The fact that he's even able to get like that in that close range, man, it is insane, man. These players are so talented, man. I love watching some Moto Company at this level, man. It's absolutely incredible. We are going into this Sea Hill 30-point lead right now for the Gaming Gorillas, and Justus is going to have a comeback in this second half if they're going to want to secure their spot right now, unless they want to see another round.
It's already a slight lead for them. Fank is going to have to be stopped on the way in. Baited by Gronky, and Gronky still wins that! Crouches under the spray and just gets him with that pistol. That's one way to start racking up time, but they actually have to get in to make that happen with Cool. Now hitting true with the LR-15. Wants to find an angle here. Runway duel here. Sniper fight. He'll get the dummy just to give him less cover. Not sure if that's client side or not, honestly, if they can even see each other, but Cool is hitting his shots from up top. That's two down. Delena and Frag both fall. And they are poised to start racking up this time once again. Ink is getting pressured. Shot behind the kneecaps from Cool up top. 33 seconds left. That'll put them at 103 if they hold it the whole way. And then it's all on what Justus can do on the fourth hill, unless they try to do a retake right now.
Yeah, they're looking very, very solid, but sadly only about a 30-point lead now, so they didn't exactly increase their lead on that hill, so they're going to want to break this one. My goodness, this might be coming down to a sudden death. Like I said, I felt like we were going to see something pretty cool, and it's getting down to that, man. We got these snipers going back and forth. Such good action right now. And, oh, not able to hit that one in the dome as he gets taken out. Cool. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You hate to see it, man. This is so great, seeing these snipers battle back and forth, man. Frag, he is feeling himself right now.
And Frag is in a solid position to really stall things out. But again, how do you hold on into so much utility? I guess you throw some tear gas, but you're getting double poisoned, you're getting incend. The Halo drones are the only things that buy them just a second of time. Delena's in this corner, basically accepting his fate at this point, but he's buying them a lot here as things get tied right back up. But Delena downs himself with his Halos. That is worst case here. They have to push forward. Gronky knows the timing. He walks in, gets Rookie, and picks. But Cool is behind him. Cool is a sniper. He can't really peek. He's now just completely corralled into this corner, and now he's forced to get out because of the incend.
Yeah, and it does look like Cool does have control of the spawns for now. He's going to need to win this gunfight if he wants to continue on. Oh, man. And right now... Yeah, exactly. Just amazing. You know, we love that here.
They're not finishing off Frag. Frag actually denies them any time. They just don't full kill Frag. They let him lay there. And he just continues to rack up time. Wow. And now things are so tough for them. They're walking into Vile Poisons. They're getting shot from behind. I think this is going to be it, Roman. They're shooting bodies because they know that it is going to be the case. I don't think anyone could have made it on. Is that 0 keeps ticking down. I'm going to take a wild guess and say Justus ended up walking away with this map.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Justus securing that #1 seed going into the main event at the end of the month. And hey, man, if you guys thought that was a spooky series, man, it's going to be even spookier for that main event because that's going down October 30th. Main event Sunday is going to be on Halloween, baby, the 31st. And they just secured their ticket as the #1 seed to that bad boy, as well as securing themselves some nice prize money for today. And yeah, man, they're feeling very good now back at the top in that #1 seed, but hey, they got to do it where it matters in the main event. You know, qualifiers are one thing, but hey, at the end of the day, when they look back, all they see is championships. So all that matters is what you do in the main event, and I'm sure that they're going to be ready for that when the time comes.
Now the thing is, are they going to keep putting in the time for the next 2 weeks without a qualifier or something immediately coming up to, you know, keep them motivated, right? Or is their pure hatred for Right Turtle going to keep motivating them? They were clearly motivated enough here, as we'll see in the replays, to take this map here, but are they just going to be fueled by hate all the way through to Halloween?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, they might go on a little week hiatus. You know, say, you know what, the week that Right Turtle has to sweat it out and struggle again, we're just gonna relax and didn't wait for next Saturday or next Sunday, excuse me, when Right Turtle has to try again and just get our popcorn and watch the show, and then we'll start playing the game again. You know, I think they might take a little week off. I think they deserve it. They just came off a heartbreaking loss in the finals of the main event just 6 days ago. So to come back already, play the game all week long, and get comfortable to where you can do this to teams all day long, it was just incredible all around from Justus all day.
For sure, they definitely look poised to continue that in the weeks to come, obviously, as maybe some people figure out the current patch a little bit more. Might see some changes, some shifts into them. There's a bit of tape on them now, obviously, but there's going to be a little bit more for Right Turtle having to play in the weeks to come. A lot more that they can figure out here. I don't think they gave that much away on these maps that they just played in these finals, honestly. I feel like their comp on Favela's attack was kind of a, we have something in mind, we're not going to show it. Delena hovered a glitch for a second and then backed away. I think they're keeping a lot of things close to the vest now.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing to do, honestly, you know, especially with oh my goodness, I love watching that one. It just sits me down every time. And then right after that, this is all one clip. Didn't even need to cut it. This was just the next person that they were spectating. Just so amazing, man. Oh man, both these snipers were going off the entire time, man. These highlights just speak for themselves, man. Such amazing plays out of these players. Sticky's landing as well. Man, this was a bloodbath and just a well-deserved Jesus, man.
Bold.
Just a well-deserved victory because, hey, if you're going up against a sniper hitting those kind of shots and you're able to still 2-0 them in the King of the Hill, man, big props to you because, man, Cool was going off. He was doing everything in his power to keep his squad in this game.
That was the crazy stride from Gronky, too. I mean, getting away with stuff like that, that's what Vile gets you. 22 extra HP, 15 extra HP remaining, so clearly, literally no rogue but Vi, or someone with Headstrong, I guess, could have survived that as I got a little bit closer there. I think it makes sense that both snipers were popping off. They were able to hold on because, hey, they had their own, right? They even if Cool was hitting a lot and doing a ton in terms of burst damage, finding people across the map, Frag was doing the same. Cool maybe doing a little bit more, but I think their actual play on the hill itself was superior, and that's why they won it. Their use of the utility to force people out was better. We saw players getting stuck in corners rather than forced off of the hill entirely, and it just let them keep racking up those points. Whereas, other way, Gorillas, they were getting forced off. They were getting denied points. They weren't full killing people that were contesting. And that just shows Justus, they had the objective in mind. They had that first seed in their eyes, aiming for it, knew what they had to do.
Oh yeah, big time, big time. And hey, if you guys are sitting there watching, if you guys are sitting there thinking, hey, look, my squad can take these out. We've been running ranked a ton. We got this. You guys think you're something, just us. Well, guess what? We're going to show you it's really just us that deserve to be at the top. You guys can check it out, man. CheckmateGaming.com. That is where you go to sign up for the 10K. You guys already know next week is going to be Sunday, October 17th. Yes, it goes to Sunday in week number 2. Followed by week number 3, which is going to be on that 23rd, all leading up to the main event on the 30th and 31st. It is going to be spooky all month long, and man, I cannot wait because, man, it is going to be this incredible set of qualifiers that we have coming up because there's so many amazing teams that are playing right now. We saw so many today that didn't even qualify, that we didn't even get to cast. So
yeah.
What are your final thoughts on the day, man?
I'm just happy that there's so much talent in the game, that there's some of these teams are sticking together. There's not necessarily as much changing and rebuilding, that some of these teams are actually holding out, and I hope they will throughout the month, even if they don't qualify next week, even if they don't qualify in qualifier number 3. I want to see these talented teams stick together and start kind of making their push to the top with Justus, with Right Turtle, and maybe with Gaming Gorillas soon. They're looking lethal too.